Texas, a land everyone thinks they know. Wide open skies, cowboy boots, and big cities glowing through the night. Yet behind that familiar image hides another Texas, a version most travelers never see. Hidden waterfalls that whisper through forgotten canyons, ghost towns frozen in time, and landscapes so unreal they look like another planet. This journey uncovers those secret corners, the ones locals mention in passing but rarely show. Each destination reveals a side of Texas that lives quietly beyond the spotlight. Wild, unpolished, and breathtakingly real. These aren't tourist traps or roadside stops. They're the wonders that make even lifelong Texans stop and stare. Every detail here comes from deep exploration, from stories that echo through back roads and towns where the past still breathes. Stay till the end, because one hidden wonder in this list might just change how you see the Lone Star State forever. Texas isn't what you think. It's what you haven't seen yet. Spirit of Texas. Step into Texas, where every horizon feels endless, and every sunrise paints the sky with a story, from the sun-soaked deserts of West Texas to the pine-covered hills of the East. This land is stitched together by history, grit, and a spirit that never fades. The Gulf breeze carries whispers of coastal towns built on resilience, while the hill country hums with the rhythm of rivers carving their way through limestone cliffs. Every mile holds a contrast. Modern skylines rising beside rustic farmlands. High-tech cities surrounded by quiet stretches of untouched wilderness. The heart of Texas beats strongest in the spaces most people pass by. Beneath its vast skies lies a blend of cultures, flavors, and legends that define what it truly means to be Texan. Where backroads beat like a heartbeat. Travelers who take the backroads discover more than scenery. They find connection. Out here, the sound of boots on gravel, cicadas at dusk, and laughter from a small-town cafe tell a story of strength and simplicity. Texas isn't just a place. It's a living rhythm, a state of wonder that keeps changing, yet always feels like home. Hamilton Pool Preserve. Hidden in the heart of the Texas Hill Country, about 30 miles west of Austin, Hamilton Pool Preserve feels like a secret pocket of paradise that nature kept for itself, surrounded by rugged oak forests and rolling limestone hills. The preserve reveals a breathtaking natural pool formed when an ancient underground river's dome collapsed thousands of years ago. What remains is a shimmering emerald basin shaded by a massive rock ceiling that curves protectively over the water. Every droplet from the cascading 50-foot waterfall adds to the timeless rhythm of this place, a melody that has echoed for centuries. When the morning light touches the surface, the scene transforms into something ethereal. Rays of sun break through the trees, scattering across the pool and creating ripples of gold and green that dance along the cavern walls. The sound of falling water blends with the soft hum of cicadas, crafting a calm that feels both ancient and alive. Visitors often say it's a moment of pure tunce in motion, a space where Texas reveals its gentler, more mysterious side, where nature is loved, not crowded. Though this wonder has become a beloved destination, it's still treated with the care it deserves. Strict entry limits protect the fragile ecosystem and ensure that each visitor can experience its serenity without the noise of over-tourism. The waters here are home to native plants, fish, and delicate mosses that thrive only under the precise balance of shade, sunlight, and clean flow. Rangers monitor everything closely, maintaining a harmony that keeps Hamilton Pool as pristine as nature intended. Just beyond the grotto, trails wind through lush vegetation and lead to the Pedernales River, offering glimpses of limestone cliffs and wildflowers that bloom with every passing season. Each turn reminds travelers that the beauty of Texas isn't only found in its vast plains or glittering cities. It's hidden in moments like these, where nature quietly outshines everything man-made. Hamilton Pool Preserve stands as one of the clearest examples of why Texas continues to surprise even those who think they've seen it all. It's not a theme park or a polished resort. It's an untamed masterpiece shaped by time, water, and patience. The air feels cooler, the colors sharper, and the peace more profound than words can capture. Whether you come to swim, explore, or simply stand in awe, this hidden oasis promises one thing. Once you've seen Hamilton Pool, you'll never look at Texas the same way again. Marfa's Mysterious Lights. Far out in the wide open desert of West Texas, near the small town of Marfa, a mystery has been glowing for generations. As dusk settles over the high plains, strange orbs of light flicker in the distance. Sometimes white, sometimes red, sometimes blue. Floating, splitting, and dancing across the horizon. Locals call them the Marfa Lights, and no one has ever been able to fully explain them. They appear without warning, vanish without pattern, and continue to leave scientists, travelers, and lifelong residents equally mesmerized. The phenomenon has been recorded since the late 19th century, long before car headlights or modern technology could be blamed. Some visitors claim the lights move with purpose, weaving through the desert like lanterns guided by unseen hands. Others describe them as hovering silently before bursting into brilliance and fading again into the night. They seem to appear most clearly on dry, calm evenings when the air is crisp and the stars above feel close enough to touch. Where science shrugs and wonder wins. Researchers have suggested various theories, from atmospheric reflections to temperature inversions and geological gas emissions. But none have fully captured the strange precision and beauty of what people actually see. The desert's vastness only deepens the mystery, creating a perfect stage for light to play tricks on the mind. Yet even skeptics who visit Marfa often leave with more questions than answers, quietly awed by what they've witnessed. The area around the viewing platform just outside town draws travelers from around the world. As the sun dips behind the Davis Mountains, groups gather in silence, scanning the horizon for that first flicker of movement. When it happens, there's a shared gasp, a small electric moment that connects strangers through wonder. The Marfa Lights don't just illuminate the desert, they spark imagination. Where folklore fills the desert, silence. Local legends weave their own explanations, telling of ghost riders searching for lost treasure or restless spirits still wandering the plains. While those stories may sound like folklore, they keep the mystery alive in a way science never could. It's the kind of enigma that defines the heart of Texas. Vast, unpredictable, and impossible to fully capture. Every night, the desert reminds visitors that not everything in life needs to be explained to be extraordinary. The Marfa Lights have no schedule, no certainty, only presence. Appearing just often enough to keep curiosity burning. Whether a trick of physics or something more unearthly, one truth remains. Few sites in America capture both science and spirit, quite like this glowing desert secret of Texas. Caddo Lake. In the quiet northeastern corner of Texas, a world of mist, moss, and mystery unfolds across the still waters of Caddo Lake. Unlike any other place in the state, this vast natural wonder feels more like a dream than a destination. Spanish moss drapes from ancient bald cypress trees, their twisted roots dipping into the water as if holding on to secrets too old to tell. The surface mirrors the sky so perfectly that when the morning fog rolls in, it feels as if the world has no edge. Just endless reflections and soft ripples of time. Caddo Lake is one of the few natural lakes in Texas, sprawling across the border with Louisiana and covering over 25,000 acres of wetlands, bayous, and channels. Every bend reveals something new. A heron gliding silently through the reeds, a fish breaking the surface for a flash of light, or the faint call of a frog echoing across the stillness. This is a place where the pace of life slows to the rhythm of the water, where even the wind moves softly between the moss-draped trees, where still waters hold ancient whispers. Legends have long surrounded this enchanted lake. Some say its name comes from the Caddo people who once lived along its shores, describing it as sacred ground that connected the spirit of nature with the people who depended on it. Others whisper about hidden passages and ghostly lights that appear on quiet nights. Whether myth or memory, the lake has always carried an aura of wonder that draws explorers, photographers, and dreamers from every corner of the country. Scientists admire Caddo Lake for its remarkable biodiversity. It shelters hundreds of species, from alligators and turtles to migratory birds and rare plants that thrive in its rich ecosystem. Kayakers often glide silently through the narrow channels, surrounded by walls of cypress knees rising from the water like sculptures carved by time. It's one of those rare places where every sound feels alive, yet the silence itself is just as powerful. Local communities around the lake have worked for years to protect its fragile beauty. Conservation efforts aim to preserve the wetlands, preventing invasive species and pollution from disrupting this delicate balance. Their commitment keeps the magic intact, ensuring that future generations can still experience the haunting tranquility that defines this place. Caddo Lake isn't just a scenic escape. It's a living reminder that Texas holds more than desert sunsets and open plains. Beneath its calm surface lies a story of survival, mystery, and the quiet power of nature at its purest. Each visit feels different. The colors shift, the fog drifts, and the water tells new stories. It's not just a lake. It's a mirror, reflecting both the beauty and the timeless soul of Texas itself, where hidden wonders rewrite the map. From secret waterfalls to glowing desert lights and misty lakes wrapped in silence, Texas proves it's full of surprises. Each place feels like a new story waiting to be told, reminding travelers that real discovery often hides off the main road. The deeper you go, the more the state reveals its wild, soulful heart, one that never stops changing. Picture it for a moment, standing under the echo of a hidden waterfall or watching lights drift across the desert night. That's the Texas most people never see. If these hidden wonders already have you curious, stay tuned, because what comes next will take that sense of awe to a whole new level. Palo Duro Canyon. In the heart of the Texas Panhandle lies a place that feels carved straight from another era. Palo Duro Canyon, often called the Grand Canyon of Texas. Stretching for more than 100 miles, this vast expanse of red rock cliffs, rugged mesas, and winding trails reveals the raw, untamed beauty that defines the spirit of the state. Layers of crimson, gold, and burnt orange stone rise and fall in sweeping patterns that tell a story millions of years in the making. When the sun hits the canyon walls, the landscape glows with color, as if the earth itself has caught fire beneath the wide Texas sky. Palo Duro isn't just a geological wonder. It's a living piece of history. Native American tribes once made their homes within these cliffs, drawing life from the creeks and sheltering in the canyon's deep folds. The echoes of their presence linger in the air, carried by the wind that whistles softly through the narrow passes. Later, early settlers and cattle drivers followed those same paths, leaving behind traces of their own struggles and triumphs. Every step through the canyon feels like walking through time, each stone and shadow whispering fragments of the past. Where the canyon paints its own sky. Visitors today can explore miles of hiking and horseback trails that wind through desert brush and lead to striking landmarks like Lighthouse Rock, a towering sandstone spire that has become one of Texas's most iconic natural symbols. The view from its base is breathtaking, but the climb to the top rewards travelers with a panorama that seems to stretch forever, a reminder of just how vast and resilient this land truly is. The colors shift throughout the day, from deep reds at sunrise to glowing amber by sunset, painting a constantly changing masterpiece across the canyon floor. Wildlife thrives here too. Mule deer, roadrunners, and hawks move quietly through the canyons, blending into the landscape like moving brushstrokes. The air smells of mesquite and dust, a scent that carries the feeling of adventure and freedom that only wide-open Texas country can give. Even in silence, Palo Duro feels alive, a landscape that breathes history, beauty, and mystery with every gust of wind. For those who make the journey, the canyon offers more than scenery. It offers perspective. Standing at its rim, looking down into the vast expanse below, there's a sense of awe that no photograph can capture. It's the kind of place that humbles you, reminding you how small you are compared to the timelessness of nature. Palo Duro Canyon doesn't just showcase the power of erosion and time, it embodies the strength and endurance of Texas itself. Each visit feels new, each sunrise over the cliffs a quiet promise that this land, wild and untamed, will always hold something worth discovering. Jacob's Well. Deep in the heart of the Texas Hill Country, near the small town of Wimberley, lies one of the state's most mesmerizing natural wonders, Jacob's Well. At first glance, it appears to be a simple spring-fed pool, surrounded by limestone and shaded by cypress trees. But beneath its calm surface hides a vertical underwater cavern that descends more than 100 feet into the earth. The water is so clear that it reflects the sky above like glass, giving the illusion of a bottomless portal to another world. For centuries, Jacob's Well has fascinated both locals and travelers. It's one of the largest underwater cave systems in Texas, fed by the Trinity Aquifer, which keeps the water cool and flowing year-round. The temperature rarely changes, offering a refreshing contrast to the warm hill country air. When sunlight hits the water just right, the well glows an otherworldly shade of blue, shimmering with life and mystery. It's a sight that feels almost supernatural. Nature's version of a gateway between the seen and unseen, where water guards its hidden world. The well has long been a gathering place for explorers and nature lovers drawn to its magnetic beauty. Some come to swim and cool off in its crisp waters, while others simply sit quietly at the edge, listening to the gentle movement of the spring. Local legends swirl around it, speaking of its depth and allure, warning visitors of its power while celebrating its beauty. Beneath the surface, the cave twists through a labyrinth of passages explored only by trained divers, revealing intricate rock formations that few will ever witness firsthand. Jacob's Well is also a symbol of balance, a reminder of how fragile and essential natural springs are to Texas's environment. Conservation efforts have been key to preserving this rare geological wonder. The surrounding preserve limits swimming during certain seasons to protect the spring's health and maintain the clarity of its waters. Each droplet that bubbles to the surface carries the story of the aquifer below, a connection between the deep earth and the world above, where still water breathes ancient secrets. Visiting Jacob's Well isn't just about seeing a beautiful spot. It's about feeling the quiet power of nature at work. The sound of water echoing through the limestone, the shimmer of light dancing across the surface, the cool air rising from below. It all creates a sense of awe that lingers long after you leave. Jacob's Well isn't simply a pool in Texas. It's a reminder that even the calmest places can hold incredible depth, mystery, and life waiting just beneath the surface. The Caverns of Sonora. Beneath the quiet plains of West Texas lies a hidden masterpiece sculpted by nature over the course of millions of years. The Caverns of Sonora. Tucked away between San Angelo and Ozona, this underground wonder is often called one of the most beautiful cave systems in the world. Every chamber inside glows with crystal formations that twist, drip, and spiral like frozen fireworks, creating an otherworldly landscape that feels untouched by time. The deeper you go, the more it feels like stepping into the heart of the earth itself. The caverns were discovered by ranchers in the early 20th century, but it wasn't until later that explorers realized just how extraordinary they were. Inside, delicate speleothems stretch in every direction, translucent calcite formations shaped by the slow dance of mineral-rich water. Stalactites hang from the ceilings like chandeliers of stone, while thin soda straw tubes descend in perfect symmetry, forming natural sculptures that seem too intricate to be real. Every corner reveals something new, from shimmering walls to pools that reflect the soft glow of lantern light, where the earth whispers in crystal echoes. Temperature inside the caverns stays steady throughout the year, offering an escape from the Texas heat above. The air feels still, almost sacred, as though the cave is alive with its own silent rhythm. Guides often describe it as a natural cathedral, where every drip of water and echo of footsteps becomes part of the music of the earth. Light travels differently here. It bends and dances along crystal surfaces, revealing shades of amber, ivory, and silver that most visitors never forget. Preservation is taken seriously, as even a single touch can alter the fragile beauty formed over centuries. Strict rules ensure the caverns remain as pure as when they were discovered, allowing visitors to witness the untouched artistry of nature. The caverns of Sonora are a reminder that not all wonders of Texas rise toward the sky. Some wait patiently beneath our feet, hidden in silence and stone. Emerging from the cave feels like waking from a vivid dream. The sunlight outside feels brighter, the air warmer, the world louder. Yet something lingers, a quiet respect for what lies below, where time slows down and beauty takes the shape of crystal. The caverns of Sonora stand as one of Texas's most extraordinary secrets, a living gallery carved by nature's patience, still glowing beneath the vast and rugged land above. Terlingua Ghost Town, in the far reaches of West Texas, where the desert stretches endlessly toward the mountains, a place called Terlingua sits quietly beneath the blazing sun. Once a booming mining town built on the promise of quicksilver or mercury, Terlingua now stands as one of the most hauntingly beautiful ghost towns in America. Its crumbling adobe walls, rusted machinery, and weathered stone ruins tell the story of ambition, hardship, and survival in one of the harshest landscapes in the country. Yet despite its name, Terlingua isn't lifeless. It's very much alive, just in its own wild and unpredictable way. During the early 1900s, this remote desert settlement thrived as miners from across the world came chasing fortune. The mercury extracted here helped fuel industry and war efforts, turning the town into a place of grit and gold. When the mines dried up, people left, leaving behind silence, sand, and the skeleton of a once bustling community. Over the decades, wind and time took over, carving the ruins into an open-air museum of the past. Each building, each piece of rusted metal, carries the weight of the lives that once filled the town with laughter and labor, where silence finds its voice again. Today, Terlingua has transformed into something far more captivating, a creative refuge for artists, travelers, and free spirits who find beauty in solitude. The ghost town hums again, not with machines, but with music, conversation, and campfires that light up the desert nights. The air carries a rare kind of peace, the kind you only find where civilization fades and nature takes over. From the hills, you can see the Chisos Mountains rising in the distance, their peaks glowing red as the sun sets over Big Bend National Park nearby. Visitors who wander through Terlingua often describe it as walking through a time capsule. One part history, one part mystery. The Starlight Theater, once abandoned, now serves as a gathering place filled with laughter, stories, and the sound of guitars drifting into the desert night. During the day, explorers roam the dusty paths, finding relics of the old mining town scattered among cactus and rock. When the stars appear, the sky becomes a canvas of light, untouched by city glow, stretching endlessly over the ruins below. Terlingua's magic lies in its contradictions. It is quiet, but not empty, old, but not forgotten. It stands as a testament to resilience, how even in the most unforgiving places, life finds new ways to thrive. For travelers willing to venture beyond the ordinary, this ghost town offers more than history. It offers perspective, a reminder that beauty doesn't always shine. Sometimes, it simply endures. Lost Maples, State Natural Area. Hidden in the rolling hills of the Texas Hill Country, Lost Maples State Natural Area feels like a secret sanctuary carved from nature's imagination. Nestled near the Sabinal River, this protected landscape offers a vision of Texas that few expect. Towering limestone cliffs, quiet creeks weaving through valleys, and a canopy of maple trees that burst into brilliant color as the seasons shift. It's one of the only places in the state where the air feels crisp and the forest glows with shades of scarlet, amber, and gold, transforming the rugged terrain into a living canvas of light. Lost Maples is famous for its rare Uvalde bigtooth maples, remnants of an ancient forest that once stretched across North America. These trees have survived here for thousands of years, protected by the steep canyons and cooler microclimate of the Sabinal River Valley. During the cooler months, their leaves ignite in fiery hues, drawing travelers who want to experience a glimpse of autumn magic deep in the heart of Texas. Yet even when the colors fade, the park remains a peaceful retreat filled with crystal-clear water, wildflowers, and endless trails that lead to breathtaking overlooks, where autumn writes poetry in gold. Hiking through Lost Maples feels like stepping into another world. The sound of the river flowing over smooth stones blends with the distant calls of birds echoing through the canyon walls. Sunlight filters through the trees, dancing across the ground like liquid gold. Every path leads to discovery. A hidden pool, a shaded bend in the river, a cliffside view that makes time stand still. It's the kind of beauty that doesn't demand attention, but rewards those who take the time to look closely. Wildlife thrives here as well. White-tailed deer graze in the meadows, while foxes, armadillos, and rare bird species find shelter among the dense trees. The air carries a freshness that feels rare in Texas, reminding every visitor how delicate and vital these natural spaces are. Conservation efforts keep the park's ecosystem balanced, ensuring that its beauty remains unspoiled for generations to come. Lost Maples is more than a scenic destination. It's a quiet reminder that Texas holds diversity far beyond what most imagine. From fiery leaves to still waters and limestone peaks, it captures the soul of the state in one sweeping view. For those who venture off the beaten path, this hidden gem offers something timeless: peace, color, and the undeniable sense that nature always saves its best secrets for those willing to seek them. What Texas really means. Texas isn't just a place on the map. It's a living story. From its hidden lakes to glowing deserts and quiet ghost towns, every corner carries a sense of pride, resilience, and wonder. The spirit of Texas lives in its contrasts. Wild yet welcoming. Vast yet deeply personal. What makes Texas unforgettable isn't only what you see, but how it makes you feel. Whether standing under canyon skies or watching a sunset fade across the plains, you realize Texas doesn't just exist. It endures, bold and timeless, in every moment that takes your breath away. Every hidden trail, every glowing horizon, every quiet town tells the story of a Texas that still surprises the world. These wonders prove that adventure doesn't always mean going far. Sometimes it's just about looking closer. The beauty of Texas lies in its mix of mystery and familiarity, where every road leads to something unforgettable. Which of these hidden Texas wonders would you explore first? Share your answer in the comments below. And don't forget to like this video. Subscribe for more journeys across America's unseen places. And share it with someone who loves discovering the extraordinary. Keep exploring. Keep wandering. Because in Texas, every mile still holds a secret waiting to be found.